Looks like Justin Trudeau's in trouble again. I think he dropped the F-bomb in Parliament against Leah Gazan, the indigenous MP. He's got a bit of a track record with indigenous MPs, our illustrious PM, hasn't he? Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see, did he drop the F-bomb? And let's have a look back in history and see if he's done this before. Just a spoiler, I think you'll find he did.
Enough with the platitudes, Mr. Speaker. We need action now. This Prime Minister acknowledged this as an ongoing genocide. This House unanimously recognized the violence against Indigenous women, girls, and diverse gendered folks as a Canada-wide emergency. And almost 4 years since the national inquiry, only 2 calls to justice have been addressed. When will the Prime Minister implement the red dress alert and the remaining calls to justice? We are a target. Our lives are on the line. Our lives matter, Mr. Speaker.
How much more there is to do, but to dismiss $4 billion in housing investments for Indigenous people as platitudes is not doing justice to the incredible Indigenous leaders that are working across the country to deliver for their citizens in partnership with the federal government. It is to dismiss the hard work Indigenous leaders are doing to create more housing, to create more safe spaces, to create shelters. $100 million to create 22 new Indigenous shelters and transitional homes are not platitudes, Mr. Speaker. We are working seriously, and we look forward to continuing to work with all members in this House on reconciliation.
So let's have a close-up look, as just as he sits down, you can see he turns to one side. Well, it definitely says something. And the Conservatives think he said the F word and a few other expletives. Anyway, so let's look back in history. Let's take a look back, way back. Have a look at this, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. During question period, the Minister of the Environment chided the Member of Parliament from Halifax for not having attended the conference in Durban after he prevented any member of the opposition from attending in Durban. Therefore, I lost my temper and used language that was most decidedly unparliamentary, and for that I unreservedly apologize, Mr. Speaker.
Will he apologise then? And they're calling for an apology now. Have a listen.
By my NDP colleague and friend from Winnipeg Centre, I watched, along with other members and colleagues here, as the Prime Minister sat down, directed at the member from Winnipeg Centre, with an F-bomb being dropped, and a little bit more of a thing. I wouldn't want it because, honestly, it'd just play it back. Unfortunately, I would ask for a formal apology and ask for this member, for the Prime Minister of Canada, to stand and apologize to my female colleague and my friend from Winnipeg Centre, especially on Indigenous Day. Thank you very much.
Speaker, I'm pleased to let my answer to that question stand and say that I said absolutely nothing after finishing that answer.
Well, he says he said nothing. Can you believe him? If this was soccer, we'd have VAR referees and be able to look at it from all different angles, and we could have people who could lip read, but we've not got that. But what do you think? Do you think he's just back up to his old tricks again? Got a bit upset? Possibly. Till next time.